This is Twit.
This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Gazelle, the fast and simple way to sell your used gadgets. Find out what your used iPhone, iPad, and other Apple products are worth at gazelle.com. Welcome to iFive for the iPhone, episode 152. iFive covers the latest iPhone apps, tips, and tricks, and of course, some news. I'm Megan Maroney. I'm ready. Are you? Number 1, the iOS 9 public beta has been unleashed upon us. It's the first public beta that Apple has ever released to anyone brave enough to install it. A word of warning, if you want to try iOS 9, go right ahead, but first make sure you back up your device. And I don't recommend downloading the beta on your primary phone or iPad either. It's unfinished and it's a bit buggy, or so I've heard. You might be asking yourself, Megan, you're brave. Why don't you install the beta on one of the gazillion iPads or iPhones you have laying around? Well, I'm not going to do that because I'm using those gazillion iPhones and iPads as doorstops and coasters for my coffee, of course. Also, before you install the beta, Apple clearly says don't blog, post screenshots, tweet, or publicly post information about the public beta software, and don't discuss the public beta software with or demonstrate it to others who are not in the Apple beta software program. If you want to know more about this public beta, you can watch iOS Today, where Renee Ritchie did an excellent job of following Apple's rules for the press while still showing off some of the public beta's best features, including two-factor authentication, Siri improvements, and more. Number 2, Coke or Pepsi, kittens or puppies, vanilla or chocolate, Apple Music or Spotify. These are among life's major dilemmas. If you're still on the music streaming fence, Spotify wants to entice you not with a free 3-month trial, but as close to free as they can get. Right now you can try Spotify Premium, that means no ads, for 3 months for only 99 cents. That's down from the regular price of $30 for 3 months, also known as $9.99 per month. In addition to getting rid of the ads, Spotify Premium also gives you higher bit rates and the ability to download music for offline listening. Here's the catch. This offer is only for people who've never registered for Spotify Premium or taken any other trial offers from Spotify. And before you sign up, remember that like most subscriptions, Apple Music included, they are counting on the fact that you're going to forget in 3 months and then never cancel the service. Also, of course, Spotify means no Taylor Swift. And even though Neil Young said last week he'd be pulling all of his music from all streaming services, as of this recording, I've still been rocking in the free world. Number 3. Speaking of streaming music, last week I asked you to write in with your favorite Siri commands for Apple Music. Keep them coming. My email address is megan@twit.tv, or tweet them to me at Megan Maroney so we can all enjoy. Thanks to Ken Berger from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who wrote, when I want Siri to play one of my playlists, I tell her, play playlist live dead, for example. Stating playlist before the name of the list usually works. Thanks, Ken. I hate to keep bringing this up, but on iOS Today last week, Renee Ritchie and I also discussed some great Apple Music commands for Siri. You can tell Siri, play more like this, if you like a song. You can ask Siri who plays this song, or you can tell Siri to play a cover of a song. For example, play Run the World from Pitch Perfect, and more. This episode of iFive for the iPhone is brought to you by Gazelle. If you're trying to save up some money for an Apple Watch or for the iPhone 6S or for the newest whatever, you might want to sell your old gadgets to Gazelle. I bet there are a few phones gathering dust in your drawers right this minute. Bring them to Gazelle. They pay shipping on anything worth more than $1, so you might as well just pile all your old gadgets in that box. If your old phone isn't worth anything, they'll recycle it for you too. You can buy new iPhones from Gazelle also. Visit gazelle.com to see what devices are available from Gazelle in certified pre-owned condition. Devices are available in 2 conditions, certified like new and certified good. Certified good devices show some gentle signs of wear, but let you save a little extra money on a great device at a great price. All devices have been put through a rigorous 30-point inspection to ensure they're fully functional. Certified pre-owned devices are backed by a 30-day risk-free return policy. You also get paid in cash. Payment is fast, within a few days of your item being received. It's risk-free. Gazelle will also wipe your data for free. What is your iPhone worth? Take a minute, go to gazelle.com to find out. Number 4, Ship is an app I told you about way back in March in episode 134. You download the app and sign up or sign in with Facebook. You add a shipment, enter an address, and then you can tell Ship to ship whatever item wherever you want. You tell them where you want it to be picked up. They'll take care of all the packaging. You don't even need to find a box for it. Ship is currently available only in San Francisco, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Miami, and LA. And they've recently made the news by converting all of their contract employees to W-2 employees. So instead of the Uber model that anyone can be a partner and therefore not receive health benefits, now Ship couriers are considered real employees. And frankly, that helps me trust them a little more. Not that there's anything wrong with being a contract worker. I was a contractor for Microsoft for 11 years, but people didn't invite me into their homes and hand me items and trust me to take them places. The other reason why I trust Ship more is that they will now pick up your gently used clothing and housewares and bring them to Goodwill for free through August 6th. So if you're the type of person who cleans out her closet only to allow those bags destined to Goodwill to create more clutter around the house or in your trunk for months, then there has never been a better time to try Ship, especially if you live in San Francisco, LA, New York City, or Miami, which apparently a lot of people do. Ship says that couriers can take up to 2 13-gallon bags per pickup, and you can request as many pickups as you'd like. Number 5, I have noticed that there are some topics on this show that really get your attention. One of those is enabling Siri on the lock screen. Troy Womack writes, I love your show, but I have issues with enabling Siri on the iPhone lock screen. My feeling is that you shouldn't allow anyone to access your phone who you don't know or don't allow to access your phone. Please let your listeners know that with Siri disabled on the lock screen, your phone is safe and you can get it back if lost. You can use Find My iPhone to display a message on the lock screen like your phone number or address without giving people access to Siri. I think this is a safer alternative than having the door cracked open on your phone with Siri enabled, just looking to keep everyone safe. Thank you, Troy. I originally brought up disabling Siri on the lock screen as a way to increase privacy, but then we've been going back and forth about its ability to help someone return a lost phone. Thank you for suggesting using Find My iPhone, which does help you protect your privacy and hopefully get your phone back. First, make sure you've downloaded the Find My iPhone app and enabled it on your device. To see if you already have it installed and turned on, go to Settings, iCloud, Find My iPhone, and then turn on Find My iPhone. I also like to enable the feature that sends the last location of the phone to iCloud if your battery is critically low. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for watching. All of the apps, links, and other info from the show can be found at twit.tv/iFive. You can email your ideas, your questions, your general feedback to iFive@twit.tv. You can also leave us a voicemail at 614 on iFive. I am Megan Maroney, and we'll see you next week on iFive for the iPhone.
Bandwidth for iFive for the iPhone is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.